Alright, hi, I'm Han. Don't think anybody's here yet. That's fine. I've been thinking about some things. So this is the current state of my AC. I realized something not that long ago. In fact, it was very early ago. Early ago? That's not how that word works. There are stats that don't show up even if you do the contextual help here. You know, I thought it was strange how there's firearm specialization, but I didn't really think too much of it. Firearm specialization when there's a lot of weapons in this game that are melee, right? You wouldn't, I guess, you know, I guess I just thought that maybe all melee weapons are the same and don't really scale with your kit, which would have been fine, right? Which would have been fine, except you hit F to toggle the display, and there most certainly is melee specialization right here. Right here. Behind a menu that I guarantee half the people that are playing this game have not even considered looking at. So, I found out that these chunky arms that I actually do like quite a bit are pretty dang good for melee, which is what I use. And then the arms that are really broad and super strong looking, and honestly way too cool for their like own good, they have pretty crummy melee specialization, and I don't think that it makes up, I don't think that it equals, it's so crummy in melee that for how cool it looks, it's not worth using. So I'm probably gonna stick these Basho arms, and Basho legs in fact. Another thing I noticed, this was surprisingly good in terms of booster efficiency, whereas this one that I like a lot was not. And that may have been contributing to why I really struggle with boosting around. But anyways, I started off the stream looking at something here in the shop. It was this one. Doesn't have good booster efficiency, but it kind of looks cool. It does kind of look cool. It's heavyweight as well. And has really strong, what is it, anti-energy defense? Actually, that's not very important to me. So maybe I don't look at this as much as I was. This was interesting because it has an interesting shape. It makes me look hunched over, which I like, but I can't really consider it. So in terms of AC design, I'm gonna snag this core and go back to my typical head, but stick to these arms and legs setup because it does me well enough. Now, is there anything I was gonna change here? On my back, there's not a lot of options because I can't really afford to have anything that doesn't immediately fire. So, I guess for lack of a better word. I'm gonna try the laser cannon actually. That should put me at the very maximum limit, upper limit. But that should be fine. And I wanted to take this AC into a few PvP fights just to see how it goes. I had not a lot of wins recently. I mean, it says 3 wins here, but it feels like I've been losing a lot. This last win, the guy, he just spammed rockets at me from a distance, and I could not get into range to hit him, and he just burned through time. It was really upsetting, actually. Just burned through time until the very last few seconds. I managed to get him down low enough that I, by technicality, won. But it was just such a waste of my time. I had a bad feeling about him from the start, though, so I should have just known. I should have known. I'd like to get into a versus match with, like, teams or something. But unless this one goes through, I don't think I'm gonna get to. Would have been it might have been a shame. Oh, wait, no. Here we go. So these guys are in a match, but since I'm in reserve, they should swap out to me rather soon. So we'll see how that goes. Also, there are more stats for head than I realized. So there's scan distance, scan effect duration. To tell you the truth, I don't think scanning works or matters whatsoever. But system recovery is a very real stat, and so is attitude stability. And I have to start considering heads that aren't this big flat one, just because of that. It's a bit upsetting. Anyways, these guys are still in the match, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stare at my AC for a while and take a look at chat. This could be my last Armored Core stream, simply because I don't see much of a reason to try and document anymore. All it's gonna be is New Game Plus, as well as PvP fights. And I don't think that's gonna be very interesting for anyone who tunes in. Because why do that when you could play the games yourselves, right? Let's see here. Now, I'm trying to see why my stream isn't showing up on my Discord. Oh, wait, there we go. Now it's working. I have no idea why it wasn't working before. It is what it is. There's nothing really that I like that matches. I mean, I could just go buy the other Basho piece, but I gotta say, I like how this looks. And furthermore, I like how these arms look, but they suck in terms of melee specialization. Like, the arms that I'm rocking right now are just so much better that it's not even... I cannot, under any circumstances, consider it. That's how bad it is. I found out recently that these are the best bipedal legs that you can get as far as, load limit is concerned. Which is a bit unfortunate. Come to think of it, I wonder if I could try and balance out how fat and slow I am with... Where is the left arm? If I use this here laser lance, right? And this here scatter bazooka. I'm basically the biggest, meanest guy that I could possibly be. It's come to my attention now, too, actually, that I don't have any legs aside from bipedal legs. I haven't even considered delving anywhere different, which the robot is already perfect. You can't improve on perfection. You're right, Vita. Also, hello, welcome. I can't improve on perfection, but I am trying to find ways to optimize this, because I'm pretty sure this is the only way I can be as bulky as I am, unfortunately. My boosters are still these ones. Actually, I've just realized now, the same principle that applied to my arms being, oh my god. Oh my god, melee attack thrust is insane on this one. I need this one. This one, it's pretty good on here too, but this one's so much better. How did I not see that before? It said it's tweaked for melee performance, but I didn't believe it because I didn't see all the stats or all the numbers, but here it is. Here's the truth. And I didn't see that until now. I'm really disappointed in myself for that, actually. Anything else I can do? I was considering giving up on this Zimmerman here. How does this look compared to the rest? Nah, I should take the Zimmerman back. Apparently this thing is really, really popular with people, and everybody's using it, so I was thinking maybe I'd try something like this. But then I become overburdened, and I can't deal with that. Although, if I grab anything else, I could potentially not be overburdened. You know what? That seems alright. really want to go in with this, to be honest. These guys are taking forever, so I think I'm gonna have to find another room to put this one into practical application with. Let me get my phone so I can take a peek at chat. My phone is not here. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's over there. Hold on one moment, please. Ugh. Okay, this seems like it's gonna be a fast game. I like this guy's name. It's Shattering Star. That's one hell of a name for a... What the hell? He just disbanded it. We were all ready to go. What's wrong with that guy? Oh, a 10-minute game. My God. I cannot believe anybody's even going to consider this. I can't believe I'm considering it either. Let's see here. Oh, well, everybody's gone. The only one that's left is me. That's... you know, I don't want matchmaking for this game. I think matchmaking kills games, but I would really like to be able to just hop into combat easier. This is not the best system. It's what they had, I guess, but for me, it's a bit upsetting to try and get into a match and it's just like this over and over again. Watch me not be able to even join this one. Remember. Alright. Wait, no, I actually don't want to be in this one. Because they're just going to play, and I'm not going to get a chance to fight anybody. I want to fight. You know, I'm going to go... Where is the match format? I want team. Please let me in. Oh my God, it's full. They need a refresh button in this lobby. Please, I'm begging you, let me in. Please. There we go. Oh, this guy's an adorable little icon there. It's like a cat girl or something. I dig it. I dig it real bad, actually. I need to find a... How to say? I spent some time and work on... What the hell? Why do people just keep on disbanding their rooms? It's... Is it that bad? This room is 3 out of 6, but apparently it was full by the time I clicked on it. That's really upsetting. I'm spending more time trying to get into a room than I am fighting anybody. Vita, don't you laugh at me. Don't you laugh at me. I just want a game. I get back home get back to my room after a long, long day of tests, and all I want to do is Armored Core. You're fucking kidding me. Oh, God damn it. Alright, maybe this one will fill. It's 1 out of 6. Just let me in. How? It's 1 out of 6. How is it full? You rat bastards. Please let me in. I've been live for 16 minutes, and guess what? I have not been able to get into a game in that entire time. This guy's a really edgy, really, really edgy icon. Okay, here we go. Let me in. For fuck's sake, let me in. Is this it? Okay, I'm on the beta team. I'm on the beta team. They're about to start. They are about to start. Come on. Now, Mr. Kyrian, please. Please, you're my only hope for... Okay. Okay, we're starting. We're starting. What do you mean match canceled? What do you mean match canceled? Oh my god. Alright, these guys better ready up. Okay, just hit it. Hit it, Kyrian. Hit it, damn you. Oh! Vita, we did it. We're finally in a match. I think, unless some disaster happens with my internet. Oh, a loading screen. I've never been so happy to see a loading screen in my life. Now, what are we working with here? Is this... No, this is the alpha team. Okay. We've got a quadruped and 2 bipedals. One of them's lightweight, one of them's rocking... Oh, he's rocking double machine guns and songbird. He's so sweaty. He's such a tryhard. Oh, what is that guy using on his shoulder there? That thing's huge. Now you will get destroyed early in the game, will I? You seem very confident about that. I wouldn't be so sure. I'm about to blow some people up. You don't even know. Oh no. Oh no, I'm about to get blown up myself, actually. Oh. Oh no. How's that guy not dead? Oh, he's got just a sliver of HP left. Is why he's not dead. Okay, my entire team died. So, we're not looking too hot. And it's 5 minutes of this. Oh, I'm not feeling all that confident. If I were actually an Armored Core pilot in this on this team, I think I'd be begging to retreat at this point. Where is there a guy in the sky? There is a guy in the sky. Oh, I missed him. I can't tell where enemies are. Okay, I think we're making a bit of a comeback, except I'm dying. Can't do that. And I'm dead. Hi, Danny Erder? I want to say Danny Eater, but there's an R there. How many tickets do we have compared to them? Okay, so we're at 531 tickets to their 681, which means just a few more kills and we'll be at an advantage. But my one teammate just got abandoned there. It's kind of sad. Oh shoot, I can't stick around here. Not like this. Mr. Lightweight is just raffle stomping me, running circles around me, in fact. I think with a little bit of teamwork, though, should be good. Is he dead? I'm almost dead. And hey, how have you been today? I have been doing pretty alright. You know, there's a big day at work today, big day at the lab, big PowerPoint presentations, Everybody was worried about it in neurotic, and it kind of gets to me sometimes, but I try my best not to let other people's neuroticisms get in, like, my way. And, presentation went swimmingly, so there was really no need to be neurotic in the first place. Whew. What do I do for work? I'm a test subject in a lab. But sometimes my responsibilities go a little bit beyond that. Sometimes I have to do stupid little things in Excel spreadsheets, and it's not really my forte. Alright, I'm destroyed. How many tickets do... Oh my god, Alpha team is stomping us. The gap was not this big the last time I checked. Vita, are you seeing this? So I stream daily. I try to. It's probably the one thing I look forward to more than anything else. You know? Alright, that was a pretty good game. I think I need to make some adjustments, but otherwise... Pretty good. Let me do some changes. So, this lance, it's not working. It's just not working. This one is pretty dang good, but I'm gonna try you. That's really the only thing I want to change. I'm quite happy. What kind of games do I play mostly? Well, I've only actually played 2 games on this channel so far. I've played Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is a stealth game, third-person shooter. A little bit old, come to think of it, but I'm really rather fond of it. It's really heavy on the story, and it gives me an opportunity to just talk. Whereas Armored Core here, I picked it up out of fear of missing out, and I'm almost at the end. I just have 1 chapter left to do, and it's much more action-based and intense, and I have to focus a lot more, which I don't like. I'd much rather just talk and talk and talk, even if it's not about anything in particular, than, you know, focus really hard on a game that, to tell you the truth, I'm not even the best at. I'm not terribly good at this game. But I do have fun with it. And I guess in the end, that's what matters most. You have any schedule of streaming? I typically start streaming around either this hour or an hour previous. So like an hour either side of this hour, so between, right now for me it's 8 p.m. and I'll typically stream for about 2 hours every day around this time. Although and I do try to stream daily, but next week I will be probably unable to, unless I do it really early in the morning, which we'll have to see. Well, only one day of the week will I be unable to stream, which is going to be Saturday for me, but Friday night for a lot of people. Oh my gosh. I'm just getting eaten up. Since how long have I been streaming? About, God, what does that make that now? I think 2 weeks? I started maybe 2 weeks ago, yeah. I seem to be a new streamer. Yes, I am. I've never really... Yeah, I tried in the past, but only half-heartedly. This time I want to go as far as I can, and never let my momentum get lost, because it's really important to me. I don't think switching to this laser sword was the right idea. Nice, you got 31 followers in 2 weeks. Well, you know, we all sort of follow each other, I think. I'm trying my best. I want to hit at least affiliate. So that's why I have the little bar there to show everyone how close I am. I'm closer than I was before, and that's all that really matters. I don't really stress too much about fine details. Alright, this guy looks like a target ripe for the picking. All I have to do is get close. Which I missed. I missed him. I tried charging at him. Couldn't happen. Couldn't make it work. By the way, your model is 2D? No, it's actually 3D. It's a 3D model. I know some people aren't very fond of it. Where did I get it? Well, the artist that made it is in my Twitch description, I'm pretty sure. It was made by a nice lady on Twitter that does really cute low poly art. I do feel I kind of pushed her out of her comfort zone, though. I feel a bit bad about it sometimes. But she was really... she should be in my Twitch description if I go take a look. I shouldn't really be looking in the middle of a fight, but let me see. It's not in my Twitch description. It's in my Twitter description. If you just take a really quick look at my Twitter, she's in there. And actually, since she's on Twitter to begin with, you should probably go take a look at her too. She's really nice. She's also taking commissions pretty much all the time, I think. So you should really go check her out. Only if you'd like to, of course. Ooh, not having an easy time of it. There must be a guy in the air, because I feel like somebody keeps shooting us from the air. Oh, you'll check? Please do, please do. She's, again, a very skilled artist, and I feel a bit bad that I pushed her out of her comfort zone. Usually she makes just cute girls and other assorted cute things. But I was so enchanted by her art at first sight that I felt like I should commission her for something, so I did, and here I am now. Yeah. Okay. So that was a bust. My build is not the finest, I will admit that. I think one more game of PvP, if I can get into it, and I'm gonna head back into the real meat and bones of this, the story. Let's go back to Old Reliable too, the Buta, the first weapon you start off with in this game. And surprisingly, one of the better ones. You're a professional digital artist and you do commission work? Sure. You can post it just once so I can take a look, sure. Okay. I'll take a look at it. Let me see. Are they doing the... Yeah, we're all ready, so why aren't they launching the game? I think the host should just kick it off. Sitting here waiting. Wonder why he's waiting so long. It shouldn't take this long to just hit start. It's because the other people on my team aren't readied up yet. That's strange. Yeah, me too, Zelrich. Okay, just waiting on one now. That match will commence shortly. Okay, my favorite thing to read in the entire world. Commencing match. Okay, finally getting some more gameplay in. Are you interested in getting a new model or have any kind of worker panels? Not especially, no. I think I'm gonna keep it low-key for now. Thank you, though. So, what do we have here? The guys with the big legs and the red coat of paint. Oh, he's literally just... I was gonna say, they're all just cosplaying Char from Gundam, and... It's very obvious, but I can't blame them. It's a great character. And a good look on top of that. The guy in the middle on my team looks like a badass. I'm very jealous of his color scheme. Hopefully I can put a bit of a better performance this time. I've been slacking, I feel. Let's focus target Char. Char. Alright, Char was an easy target. My goodness. What the hell's hitting me? Oh, it's a lightweight little... This guy's a featherweight. He's zipping around me like it's easy for him. I'm not particularly interested. No, sorry. Yeah, Vice, this is PvP. Hello. I just decided to do a little bit of warming up and testing my build before I hopped into the main game again. It's going okay, I think. Actually, no, it's not going okay. They have twice our tickets. Oh, that's not good at all. I both like and dislike being such a heavyweight because I'm slow and clunky, But I don't feel like being tanky in this game is enough to warrant being this slow and clunky. If I can just hit Char again. There we go. Now, where's our next enemy? I'm super low, so I don't think I'm going to make much more difference in a fight until I die, but hopefully maybe I can take somebody by surprise. Oh, like this guy. Yeah, not that. No, couldn't do it. Couldn't pull it off. You get any rewards for PvP? Not at the moment, but I feel like they should at least give you money. Because money is so easy to get in this game already. But it is still something of a limited resource. So being able to farm it through PvP wouldn't be bad at all, I feel. But that's just my personal opinion. Good night, Char. We're winning now. I didn't even realize that, but we are winning, even if only by a bit. Char is about to get blown up again. Oh no, I'm about to get blown up by Char. If I can only take him down first. Nah, no dice. But we are... Oh wait, no, we're behind. Are we behind simply because I died? No way. I'm not valuable enough to the team for that to be the case. I think the guy that was over here is dead. Nope, never mind. He's up here. Anybody else that I can hit? Try and get? Oh, right here. I wonder if they'll ever add PvP exclusive gear, because the gear in this game actually, for how much gear there is, it's actually rather limited if you take another closer look at it. We lost by a hair, by 16 points, which is incredibly minimal. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, I think that's going to be my last game, so let me just get them with a... Thank you, goodbye. And we can head back into the main objective. So let me look at my assembly here. What do I have? Right back unit, this one. I think I'm gonna swap that out for the needle. Because once I go back into PvP, that's exactly what I'm gonna want. Or not PvP, PvE, rather. And then now we just sortie. Defend the control tower until systems take over. Floating City Xylem is complete. Yeah, the needle's great. It's stupid busted. I feel like they're gonna nerf it because of how strong it is in PvE. But that hopefully will come after I'm done with the game.
After the fires of Ibis burnt the planet up, a secret organization formed.
Needle and Songbirds, I bet, get nerfed. Yeah, I like the Songbirds, but I didn't continue using them. I kind of just happened upon them myself. I started using them before people caught on to them, but I understand that they're going to be, they seem pretty busted for what they are.
Walter, and our fallen friends. RAD was always a front, a side hustle. It's time for me to get back to my real work.
And what is your real work, Carla?
Let's get down to brass tacks. You've been to Xylem before, right? The floating city created by the Institute?
Yes. It was super foggy and reminded me of Silent Hill.
Little something to prepare
Luckily,
against the
FromSoft is slow to
collapse.
patch. Well, this is their most recent game, so I figure their entire team is going to be on it ASAP.
RAD's entire team of hackers is going to be working
I just
to
hope that they
control
fix
Xylem.
a few things and make quality of life better, because I'm sick of having to go into trying to PvP the way it is. I don't know if you saw it, but I was in the trying to get into the lobby for about 16 minutes before I got into the one that eventually I was playing games in. Let me see. Yeah, this is all fine. Let's go.
Overseer, the Association of Observers.
I think the reason why I'm so attached to my shape, even if it is less effective than it really could be, is because it kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Rex, and I love the way Metal Gear Rex looks. In fact, I'm even rocking the same color scheme as Metal Gear Rex, kind of, roughly. Like the whole metal with pink accents, I think, is what Metal Gear Rex looks like. I can't honestly remember. I wasn't there for that, but yeah, I imagine people may just not be playing PvP yet as much. With some quality of life changes, it could be really popular. I mean, it's also super accessible and easy to get into, and it makes you feel really good about yourself compared to something like Dark Souls PvP, where you're losing resources that are really valuable to your game. The PvP in Armored Core 6, at least. I'm not sure how it is for the other ones. Apparently PvP in Armored Core 6 is worse compared to the other ones, but I'm quite happy with it because it is zero commitment. It's a lot of fun, and the only real way I can see to make it better would be to just give you some minor rewards for it.
Got access to support weaponry. Use them if you need the help.
Imagine during mission enemy ACs just appearing. Yeah, I wondered if that is something that they could feasibly do. They'd have to make it into side content, because I wouldn't be happy running a mission and then being like Dark Souls invaded, you know? What the hell is that?
4 minutes left. The system is ours, tourist.
Bots. Gonna activate this other one. Yeah, invasions would probably upset me, but given how difficult the game is on a few of the levels already, yeah, people would be pissed. And the thing is, this is a mission-based game. It's not like an open world, always... not... I guess you could call Dark Souls worlds always online, in a sense, but this is very much mission-based. It's kind of like Monster Hunter. I'm sure somebody out there is going to want to gut me for comparing it to Monster Hunter. But that's what I think of when I think of mission-based games like this. And this mission is really, really easy. I'm not sure if I'm just busted overpowered, but it's starting to seem like pretty much everything is not a challenge. Maybe after spending 2 hours on a boss fight last night, anything that doesn't do that to me looks like a breeze, for lack of a better word, or feels like a breeze. You don't feel like the boss fight in Chapter 4 is a hard boss? I feel like it was a pretty hard boss, but now that I know what to do to win against it, it's not as bad. I feel, though, if I did have to change my playstyle to accommodate for it, well, rather, if I had to change my playstyle from the one that I made specifically to accommodate for it, I would be having a really bad time. Oh my god, I'm really just about to die because... I don't have enough range to deal with these snipers. And I'm not fast enough either.
2 more minutes and it's ours.
I hate that moment when you realize you're getting brutalized. Stop it! Stop it! I'm stupid. I'm not paying attention. I'm reading chat and talking to people. No bully. Oh god, what is it now?
They're suicide drones.
Oh no! I don't have any missiles for this!
Make sure you don't miss, tourists.
I don't have any missiles for this! No! I'm literally about to lose. No, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me.
There's a lot of them.
It's
Like
over.
they're falling over each other to get
It's
your
literally
autograph.
so unbelievably over.
Heavily armed LC.
Working like a dog.
Maybe I actually do make it. I don't know.
Just one more minute to go, tourist.
Do I maybe make it? Maybe? Maybe? Oh shoot, those guys are in the way.
Give me 30 seconds and we'll have full admin access.
Just a little more, tourist.
By the skin of my teeth? By the skin of my teeth, victory? You're fucking with me! How close was I? Ah! It's over! All because I picked the wrong thing to start off with. That's so bad. Oh, that was so bad. Alright, hold on. Let's go for something a little more aerodynamic. I almost want to go back and check how bad that went. My god. Okay. This is pretty decent. I could swap this shotgun out for a pistol, or even a bazooka. Anything with range. No, I think the pistol... Wait, no. What if do I have any of the longer range pistols? I don't. Go buy it, though. Actually, I can't buy it. I only have assembly here. Oh, jeez. We're in a bad state. We are in a bad state. Right back unit. I think maybe this one would work pretty well for my purposes. Can quit mission will probably put you at beginning anyway. Actually, you're right, but that means having to sit through more cutscenes. I don't want that. I do not want that. We're going again. Actually, wait, I have to restart the mission from the beginning anyway! There is no point to me not buying new gear. Whatever.
Get into position, tourist. It's time. I need you to protect that tower until we've managed to take control.
All this because of maybe one bot that I missed because I didn't have enough ammo. My playstyle really doesn't lend itself well to multiple enemies, let alone multiple enemies that are this far away from each other.
That'll buy us some time.
That was pretty upsetting.
Looks like you're in position.
It is what it is, though.
How much longer till we have control?
Okay,
Give me 5
come
minutes.
on. I have to wait 5 minutes again. If there's something I hate, it's like time, like just waiting,
Guess who showed up early?
like waiting over time, because I'm impatient. I can wait 5 minutes, but I don't want to know that I'm waiting 5 minutes. It just annoys me. I'm on the second playthrough now. There's actually, yeah, I know.
Don't let them near the tower, tourist.
There's new stuff in New Game Plus and the third one, I think. So you should try and go for like different endings in each, is what I understand.
You've got access to support weaponry. Use them if you need the help.
Alright, the pistols are a little bit better. I can wait 5 minutes. I don't want to wait 5 minutes multiple times. Yeah, exactly that. I gotta say, I like the feeling of being a little bit lighter weight. I think maybe being a heavyweight is... It's not a dead end, but it certainly feels slow. It feels clunky, which I guess is the point. No real way to get around that. I haven't felt this light in a very long time. I ran pretty medium heavy, I'd say, but still pretty mobile. Yeah, like this is medium with... Well, right now I'm using pretty light weaponry, but I typically run with a shotgun, like the biggest shotgun I can have, and then the biggest shit that I can have on the back. I mean, look at what I have. I have a melee weapon and then another melee weapon, which I'm sure is pretty popular. I saw Corpse using the same exact setup. But I think I came up with it first, is how I feel about that. I came up with this first because I knew I needed 2 melee weapons. I wanted like an axe weapon, but I think they have certain purposes for each weapon, and I guess there was just no room for an axe when you have what I'm about to pop here. Damn, these guys do damage. If you're gonna be heavyweight, you might as well ditch the bipedal design. Yeah, that's the issue. There's no point to having those big, like, heavy bipedal legs are a noob trap, or like, I want to say a noob trap. For fuck's sake. If I can just last those 2 minutes. Where is he? Okay.
Wait, we've got something else.
I think, this is still relatively bulky. It's bulky enough. I don't really love the feel of tanks and tetrapods. Yeah, I can't... I thought, you know, oh, you can drift as a tank. It's pretty neat. Oh shit, those guys are about to ruin my whole day. I cannot possibly kill that many of them all at once. That's impossible. We're in the same shitty situation as we were before, but I have the added bonus of different weaponry. Where is he? The bad thing about this pistol is that it has next to no ammunition. How did I miss? I was like 5 feet away.
Just 1 more minute to go, tourist.
For fuck's sake, I messed up again, guys. I have to wait another 5 minutes. Ah. Maybe I should grab an assault rifle. I'm gonna do it. Maybe I should swap out for once my what is it? My pile driver. Because I'm not really using it all that much. Something more standardized, I guess. Songbirds. Can't go wrong with songbirds. Let me grab... I don't like any of these rifles that I have right now. At least I don't think that I do. How about this one? If I drop the songbirds, I should be underburdened. Yeah, here we go. Or sell... Let me go grab something for my left shoulder. I buy nothing for my left shoulder because I always use the one. But I think now I'm being forced into other areas that I'm not used to. 6L missile launcher, stand for medium weight builds. What does this look like? Not terrible. It's about as direct as I could ask for. This is long range and should do the trick. So I think I'm gonna go for this one. Sorry, songbirds, you're just too heavy. Too strong. Don't forget about suicide drones. Yeah. F. I'm not sure that I can handle them, for being honest. What's the ammo? So that's got 375 rounds. This has 450 rounds. What does this look like? Oh, okay. 450, 720, 1300. What does this look like? Ooh-wee! That's pretty fast. That's pretty good, in fact. Alright, I think I know what I'm going for here. Probably gonna have to be this one. Multi-lock launcher should work. I hope so. God, I do not like being forced into using automatic weaponry, but this mission is giving me a bit of so much of a headache. I'm just gonna pray. I'm just gonna pray that it works. Sortie, missions, yeah, this one. Throw me into there, come on.
The Association of Observers. They want to burn the coral.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alright.
Get into position, Taurus.
I'm not used to using launchers on both my shoulders because I've had the Piledriver for so long, but I will give this my best shot. Nor am I used to even using
Good job, Chatty.
an automatic weapon, so I might be tap firing in my automatic weapon until I get used to it.
Chatty.
Oh, you don't even have to reload this thing, it's just a constant burst of fire. Okay.
I'm picking up an Arquebus MT squad.
Well, guess who showed up early? Looks like you're up already, tourist. Give him the old RAD welcome.
We have to see this.
Okay, it's a little bit better.
Don't let them near the tower, tourist.
I feel so much more
Got
mobile
access to support weaponry. Use them if you
now
need
that
help.
I'm not a tank. Okay. I'm gonna go activate this support weaponry because otherwise I'll probably get messed up. Or maybe it'd be better to wait until I need it.
4 minutes left.
Maybe if I
System
wait until the
salvage.
suicide drones are here and then activate the support weaponry, they'll actually do something, but I'm not too sure. Okay. Anything on this side? I feel like I'm missing something. When do the suicide drones come in again? Oh, wait, there's people over there. Oh, that's no good.
Torn kite just followed.
Ooh, Torn Kite. Is that the name? Did I get it right?
3 more minutes.
About 1 minute 30 seconds, you'd say. Okay.
Now we've got
Where are the snipers? Where are the snipers?
Hey,
The
tourist,
snipers were the
go
real
clear them
problem.
out.
Because they blast the shield away like nobody's business. Did I get him? Okay, I stopped one of them. but not enough. Ah, shoot. Need to get more recharge. He's gonna get another shot off. It's just so sad. Oh, shoot. I'm not used to having to deal with enemies like this. Oh shoot, there's people up here. I didn't even realize there were guys this far up. Why are my buddies not shooting them?
Got high-level access now. 2 more minutes and it's ours.
These like turrets are useless. Oh shit, there's a guy over there too. Wait, no, the suicide bombers are gonna get him.
Trouble now. Wait, we've got something else.
I'm pretty sure the suicide bombers are gonna kill it immediately. Oh no. Oh no.
Make sure you don't miss, Taurus.
The tower can't take anymore. Reinforcements.
I don't think I could have done very much about that, actually. They go so fast.
Each other to get your
The turrets only
automatic
stay powered for 30 seconds. Okay, so no wonder I should have saved them. I should have saved them. Oh no, I'm wasting them. I thought they stay on.
You've been working like a dog.
They're so useless. What good's a turret that only stays alive for 30 seconds?
Guy's a real slave driver.
Just 1 more minute to go, tourist.
All right, just one more minute. I'm now seeing visibly that my rockets tend to do nothing. But
Give me 30 seconds.
this machine gun is doing some work, I think. I can't really tell.
More tourist.
What else am I waiting on?
Ammunition at 30%.
Ah, I'm almost out of ammo. 30 seconds. Okay. Easy does it. Anybody? Where are they? Anyone? Okay, no surprise suicide bombers in the last 5 seconds. I think we're safe. Probably best to deal with snipers if you had to guess. Probably. Because if the suicide bombers only hit the shields, then it's fine. Doesn't even damage the tower.
Good job holding out, tourist.
Yeah, barely. It took me 3 tries and a whole rework of my gaming to do it, but it is what it is. Alright, what are you gonna do, Carla? It's a ship? No. It's a
Water levels falling.
it's a city. It's power lines.
City's rising.
Man, those corporations aren't gonna know what hit them. We have condos, I guess, and real estate. Can't beat the power of a real estate market, can ya?
You can thank Walter for the tip.
When I was looking at this, it kind of looked like those old images of, like, turtles with, like, whole worlds on their backs. And it's right on the water, too. You're right! Everywhere is, oceanfront view on this city.
Simon. Walter's parting gift.
Wait, Walter is dead? When did Walter die? That's crazy. I got a Steve achievement? I got a Steam achievement, Floating City. And now we are floating somewhere in the sky, I guess.
Captured. Arquebus finished their work on the vascular plant. It's pulling the coral through Rubicon's atmosphere. And it won't be long till they take it all. We need to burn the coral before it's too late. Of course, we can't just walk up to the plant and light a match.
Oh, Ainsley Sentry.
No.
I know you. I love your
Going to need
design.
something bigger.
Thanks for
lot
following.
bigger.
I didn't know you were,
Well, figured it out.
I didn't even realize you're live.
Asylum isn't just our means of
But
reaching
thanks for
consent.
following. I'll hit you with a follow back. I didn't know I
It's
wasn't
giant
following you, to be
power.
honest. Steve,
Let me
alternate
set
universe
all that
Steam.
coral off.
Doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Is that the Observer's plan?
It is not going to be happy about burning all the coral up.
Operations want only to devour the coral. The Observers fear the coral and want only to eradicate it.
There's got to be a better solution.
I believe in the shared potential of humanity and the coral.
Me too.
Raven,
If, you
I
know,
need to ask you something.
alternative power sources came to me and talked to me as a sexy lady voice in my head, I think more people would be down for synthesizing civilization with power sources.
No new messages.
Instead, we just burn coal. We just burn coal. So nothing new, but since that mission was a one-off thing, I'm gonna go back to my usual loadout, which is just shotgun one hand, pile driver on my back, and what can I really even, what else can I even use? A needle? Didn't work out so well for me last time, but there is this laser shotgun. I could put the laser shotgun on my back and live with it, I think. It's no missile. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. I always regret leaving 10-cell missile launcher behind. This thing is my baby. This thing has carried me through so much turmoil and trauma. I couldn't possibly go into the last stage of the game without it. It's really just so good. This might, in fact, be the only missile launcher I have that does its damn job. So for that alone, I've really just got to stick with it. Are there special bonuses on this one, too, that I haven't seen before? No. Actually, I haven't seen missile lock and multi-lock correction before. But that doesn't really matter much to me. Actually, what do they do? I never even looked at them. Modifier takes to climb missiles and other homing weapons. Higher value, less time hard to log on. Huh. So some of these must specialize really, really heavily in that. I don't particularly care myself. What does this mean? What does this mean? Ability to initiate energy charge. Quickly after an Ion consuming action. Interruption of Ion supply. There's the 12-cell launcher. Where is that? I don't think I've seen that before. It's in the shop. I'll take a look at it in a second. This seems better, but oh, it puts me over load is why I'm not using it. This, what does this do for me? It almost adds a 50%, adds 50% onto the time it takes for my energy to recharge. But it makes me a little bit lighter. I'm not sure that's worth that. Yeah, that's not worth the change. This, on the other hand, might be worth it because it actually speeds up my energy recharge by a pretty significant amount. And I only see pluses, or rather, I only see upgrades in the boost speed section here. So I might go for this one. Yeah, this looks like the right pick. And anything else that I should be concerned with? I wonder if I go take a look at the parts shop. So I'm going to look at the right back unit for the 12-cell launcher that you mentioned. Where is it? 3-cell. 12-cell. Oh, I run short of... Oh, but this was a vertical one. I don't care for the vertical ones too much. I like the one that just blasted ahead of me because I'm typically dashing right at my enemies. So it'll put me in position. It hits what I'm trying to hit, you know? That's the sort of thing I'm going for. Let me see this. Better pretty much everything. But it sucks up energy like nobody's business. Oh my god. I'll have to reconsider. But as for cores, is there anything that really makes like a huge difference that I'm missing out on? Not really. This one's a little bit better, but not by much. And it puts my energy load way higher than, or wait, no, it actually fixes my energy load. No, it makes it worse, and then I no longer have the ability to use anything that I have in here. Okay, because it's too lightweight. Look at this. It's too lightweight. It's so skinny. It's ugly, too. This one's alright. Which one is this one? Huh. Not god-awful, but it doesn't fit... God, this is gonna sound so pathetic, but it doesn't fit my aesthetic. It doesn't fit my look. This is also an upgrade. But I fall short if I use this because it doesn't do enough generating. So it looks like my combo of good generator and this core is what's keeping this whole build together. Which is nice to think about, I guess. I'm gonna do one thing that may be a bit silly. Oh, this one has faster reload time. I didn't even really notice that. I mean, I did know in the back of my head that that's the advantage of using this other one is, but the thing is, because I cycle through everything anyways, it doesn't really matter too much to me that it has a better reload time, but I'll take it just for the hell of it, and because it is lighter. So what am I looking at here? Alderman, shotgun, blade, 10-cell missile launcher. Love this bait and love this bad boy. Yeah, that's about it. I might even take this into a PvP match, but I shouldn't. I should keep on going, because if I don't... No! No! I either kill... This is one of those decisions missions. I have to choose wisely, and I don't want to. I don't want to have to choose. Tell you what, I did the second mission last time, whereas I did the first mission, rather, I've done 2 decision quests thus far. The first time I was met with one, I just did the first one because it was the first one. And then for the second one, I did the second one. So now for the third one, because we're back to the start, we're going to do the first one again. I'm letting my systems do the decision making for me. So we're just going to burn the coral, I suppose.
We're trying to fend them off, but honestly, we've got our backs to the wall right now. That's where you come in.
Mm-hmm. You want me to, let me guess, kill somebody?
Leave the grunts to Chatty and the others. I've found someone just right for you.
Yeah, and who's that?
V1 Freud, the ace leader.
I've killed this guy in a simulation before. Well, so I did the other choice and don't want to spoil this ending for myself. Oh, I see, Vice. I see. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. But also, how could you kill Carla? She's so sweet. She's so sweet. She saved your. She even saved you. She saves you, and you're doing her like this. How could you? I want to check something actually. These Basho legs are cool, but I wonder how much. Oh right, the reason I keep the Basho legs is because my jump distance and jump height take a massive hit. But the power source girlfriend in my head, yeah, Well, you can find somebody else. You can find somebody else. Actually, maybe not. Which I can sympathize with. I would save the power source girl talking in my head all the time. That isn't actually real, but maybe is kind of real. But I can't sleep with her. I would take that over this too. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to part ways here, Vice, but it was fun. It was fun. Kinda want to go for this one just for style. Like, because this looks good. You don't think this looks good? I think it looks good. I actually, initially, I hated these legs so damn much, but now I'm kind of like, I'm attached. My final boss? Why are you saying good luck? Why are you saying it like that? I don't like that.
Raven,
You're scaring me.
you've made your decision.
Air, no!
I'm sorry.
Air. I can go back. I can go back. I can quit this mission and then go for the other one still, right? Right? That's an option that's on the table.
Alright, let's roll. We've still got time until V1 deploys.
Maybe?
Deal with the torch-heavy hitters first. We need you to have a
Well,
chance at winning this.
fortunately my decision has been made. So I don't think I can go back on my, I'm a big believer in living with your mistakes. No matter what they are. Sometimes there's just no going back.
C2, situation report, sir. We've engaged the independent mercenary.
So that's what it was.
I've got files to announce. My machine is breaking up!
Target destroyed. Keep it up, Taurus.
We're taking a pounding, Chief. Looks like they boosted some of the PCA's best hardware.
Hear that, Taurus?
Hmm?
Let Chatty handle the starboard wing for now.
Okay, Chatty's doing most of the legwork here. I did hear that there are chests on every map, and I've just been missing out on them. On some maps, actually, not all of them. Now, do we have to go through here? Okay, I think we do. This should be it for the mission, too. There's probably only one dude behind here, and that's gonna be Freud. No? Actually, there's quite a bit. Okay, my bad. Shouldn't have opened my mouth. Oh, wait, no, I was right. I was right. Wait, no, that's not Freud.
Understood. Eliminate it!
Now we've got an HC. Guess Artemis likes to recycle too. Because that PCA tip is fixed.
Now you die.
C2, sir.
Alright.
Looks
So,
like we've secured the area.
resupply while I can. Oh, I haven't even really taken damage. That warrants resupplying, but I guess it is before a boss fight, so I want to have as much as I can. Let me through.
Enemy reinforcements.
Alright,
Chief.
on to the last.
Where do they even find all these people? Go give Chatty a helping hand, Tourist.
Oh, Chatty needs my help? I'll bat for you, Chatty. I'll be your best man. If I can find you.
Enemy detected. Coming in hot.
Is Chatty gonna die before I get there? That's gonna be tragic.
Freud's making his move. Hurry it up, Tourist.
I'm trying. There's barriers in my way. Oh,
Kept me waiting, tourist.
You made it. Chatty, good job holding out.
I sure hope Chatty doesn't die.
What I could. Now we can fight back.
What is he wearing? Oh, he has those funny treads that make him look like he's in a wheelchair. Oh. Look at those. So silly.
I'm reading multiple LCs.
Oh, what are we waiting for? Ah, targets. There we go.
I'll move up front and draw their fire.
My initial jump height is so low. It's so bad. I really should have stuck with the legs that I was using, but I'm so attached to these like weird, not chicken legs, but
V1 is close.
whatever the Tianka, I think their name? Tianka legs. These guys are pretty tanky. I'm surprised they're able to handle so much damage from me. At least they pay out pretty good.
Seems they weren't so trivial after all. Never mind. That's what we have V1 for.
Oh, ooh, a cutscene. You don't see those every day.
You must be Raven.
Yep, that's
Never
me.
sparred with one of Walter's hounds before. This had better be worth it. Let's get this trash out of the way.
What time is it? It's 9:06. Wait, Chatty's dead. Chatty is dead.
AI control AC, always the same. Not now. Locksmith.
Wasn't that guy just shit talking Chatty, and he died immediately? Okay. Chatty, you good, buddy?
Confirmed. V1. Freud. Down.
Doesn't seem very good. I'm sorry, Chatty. If I'd killed him faster,
Bet on you,
if I'd killed him faster, you wouldn't have died.
me, Walter.
I didn't kill him fast enough.
We were all counting on you.
Good night, Chatty. He is fine. You're right. He is fine. Let's see here. 771,000. Not bad. Plasma thrower. What exactly is that?
Incoming comms.
What is it?
Just went to say goodbye to Chatty.
Oh.
He was an AI I developed.
Oh, so he was an AI pilot. It wasn't just a silly little joke.
Well, I never could bring myself to back him up.
Oh.
Be like taking the life out of him. You seem like you've lost someone too. Hope I'm just imagining things.
I lost my girlfriend. I lost the voices in my head. I took the pills that I'm supposed to take, and now that she's gone. I've never been more sad about it. Plasma mine launcher. What is this? Well, it's a whip, I think. Ooh. Can't say I like it. I mean, I can't say that I'm gonna use it, but I think I like it. I think I like the look of it. Destroy the Arquebus Interceptor fleet. Okay. This feels like last mission level.
I'll
Or
brief
like
you on
last
the
mission,
job, tourist.
vibes.
The
for lack of a
Zygon's
better
just
word.
inside the Karman line, skimming the border of outer space. Meanwhile, Arquebus still
We're
hasn't taken
going
full
to
control of
space?
Rubicon's
This
closure
is
system.
definitely
They're locked out of the
leading up
satellite
to
cannons.
the last fight or
They
something
missed
like
their
that.
last line of defense. We'll be fighting their interceptor fleet in the air. But we're not totally screwed. This area of space is thick with residual coral from the fires of Ibis.
And what does that
Dip
mean
in the
for
coral
us?
flow, and you could draw on an unlimited source of energy. That's all, tourist. Break through the fleet, and the vascular plan is ours.
Okay, Carla, as you wish. I'm gonna take a look at my assembly here, actually. I love these legs. And they match very well with my top. Going to go to the parts shop, though. Buy It's just none of the legs match. None of the other legs match. Wait. This one might do it. What are the stats on it? Ooh, I jump super high. Okay. I jump really far, too. Why are these so much better than bipedal legs? I get that mechanically they're supposed to be, but still. But still. Am I wrong in thinking this one looks particularly phallic? It's got 2 bits on the side of it. It's big and white and, you know, somewhat curvy, and it's got the ridge. No? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Let's buy this one. That's the only one that can handle us for now. So I'm gonna consider it. Let me take a look. My first set of non-plain bipedal legs. These are my first reverse joint legs. And they're literally called spring chicken. These are chicken legs. God damn it. All right, let's take a look. 3 view mode. Rotate model. Could be worse. It could be worse. I'll give it a test run. How about that? Test run, and then if it doesn't live up to my expectations and play better, I don't think I'm going to be able to change anything, but we'll see. We'll see.
Time to do or die.
That sounds like last mission dialogue. I'm not sure that I want this to be the last mission. Well, I know one thing actually. The mission didn't say ends the chapter, and also I've only been doing missions for maybe how long? How long have I been streaming?
Let the games begin.
So how high can I jump? Oh my god, I can jump high.
Whoops. Looks like
And I have
first point.
infinite boost too? Oh my god. I have infinite boost. It's just free energy. Come here. I'm gonna pile drive the shit out of you.
Bagged one yourself, huh? Or 101?
We've got eyes on the independent.
Gotta say, it's so much easier to just fly wherever I want than it is to actually think about anything.
Looks like they want you dead first. Tough break. It's not easy being popular. Shoot down. Not bad, tourist.
And it's also very strange to have infinite boost.
Nice to see you, tourist.
Do I want to go this way? I do, okay. It just seems weird to be able to fly this much and this far as well. So I wonder if there's going to be some sort of gimmick fight in this now that we have infinite flight. Because I would assume that means they're going to pull out all the stops and force you to fly like crazy and dodge like crazy. So maybe I shouldn't be this excited for this, but we'll have to see.
That's the third interceptor to go down.
These ships, for how massive and big they are, go down really rather fast. I'm not sure what they are thinking using so many of these, but
4 goes to the tourist.
it is what it is.
You must hold the line.
Where's the next one? Over there, okay.
Spread out wide. I'll start taking them out from the right. You take the left.
Sure thing, Queen. They're so far away. What are they firing? Oh, those are missiles! That's what they're firing! Alright. Let's hit it with some rockets and then good ol' swing. I haven't even taken that much damage. I think I've been hit by stray bullets, but nothing really too heavy.
Fleet 2 is taking casualties.
You would think that a fleet of these sorts of ships would put up better defenses, but they're kind of lacking. Or maybe my armored core is just too good.
The second fleet's down. How are they doing this?
By flying at you and whacking you with a laser sword? It's not that complicated, lady. Oh!
Let's get their rear guard, tourist.
Those are lightning bolts that they're throwing at me.
Fleet 3.
Ooh, and they are chipping me. And they are more than chipping me, in fact.
We're serious. Right, tourist? Thing is, the serious ones die first, so we should at least pretend to be having fun.
I don't think that's how that one works, but if that's what your experience is, I'm not one to talk you down from it.
8 interceptors down. I scored 2 more. We're not done yet.
These have to be, hands down, the easiest enemies to take down in the entire game. They're one swing, at least for their size, relative to their size. These are the easiest enemies to take down. I just hold left click. I fly at them and I hold left click.
10.
Are there any more that I need to worry about?
Good job. That's this sector dealt with.
Now there's gonna be a cutscene and some sort of boss comes in. We're under attack. Oh no.
Unidentified HC on
No.
Asylum. Head back, pronto.
Couldn't have seen this happening. Ah, okay, cutscene to skip the 9,000 kilometers that we have to, get to, or no, 9 kilometers that we have to fly. Alright, who is this? Who is this? Is it my old buddy?
Here we are.
Oh, god damn it.
That was right all along.
I don't want to have to fight this guy.
You were
I liked
just
him a
another
lot.
threat to Rubicon.
Ooh! Ooh! Custom boss music!
That's no Archivist AC.
Even with the combined might of the corporations, I couldn't stop you. But this new AC can.
Well, that explains it. I don't know why, but it looks like he was using it first.
Oh! 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 He's so fast!
Always were at your best under pressure, buddy. This ends
I don't have any HP! He's gonna kick my ass! It's over.
buddy.
Oh
Things will
well.
change, but I'll remember you.
Clearly something went wrong there, and I think I know what it is. I need to be faster, and these legs are what I want. Come to think of it, I have every single piece except the chest for the Basho set. I think it really just appeals to me, and I'm not too certain why. Probably because this is the closest I'll get to Get a Robo. It's not to be like Get a Robo, but it has a sort of similar profile. The head I could change, but I don't think there's anything with massive horns on the side to get that Get a Robo distinct look, unfortunately. This could kind of do it if I changed the colors from blue to green, but I'm not going to do that. Is there anything I can change in here? No, all of these has to be the same. Stay the same, rather. These legs are good. The core has to stay the same, otherwise I don't have enough energy, and then the head... I mean, I could change the head. That is the one thing that I could change. This gives me a lot better everything. Gives me so much better everything that it's worth considering taking it. But I've gone so long with this flat head. How could I possibly betray it, you know? Alright. Let's... Is there anything I can change this to, actually? I'm gonna change it to the needle, just for a minute. Just for a minute. Just a funny little joke here. And, yeah, that's about all that I'd really consider doing. Yeah. EN shortfall? You're fucking with me. Oh, the Vesta must be really heavy on that, then. I seem to be pushing the limit of my energy capacity. What does this one do again? It's the split, and yeah, no, this one's way too slow to take on what I'm trying to take on. So maybe this one, but I honestly, no. There's not a lot of options for a little guy like me. I'm gonna put on the needle, and then I'm gonna change my generator, because that's what's lacking at the moment. This is still energy shortfall? That's crazy. I think I'm gonna have to stick with this one, even if it does delay my energy recharge by over twice as much as what it is right now. I will just have to live with it. That is the cost and price that I have to pay. And I guess I can take a look and see. Yeah, that's about it. Alright.
It's that Vesper. That's no archivist.
Sorry, Rusty, but you're going down.
Even with the combined might of the corporations, I couldn't stop you. But this new AC kid.
Well, that explains it. I don't know why. I said he was using the first.
Ooh, Rusty, you hurt like a truck.
They've always
And you spin like a mean motherfucker.
get. Someone has to put an end to this injustice.
Look at me, tourist. Just make sure you do this.
Rusty, I'm sorry. It has to end like this. Good night. Wait. Oh, shit, he has more health. He has more health and I just didn't heal because I thought it was over. When it does a cinematic cutscene like that, I thought it was supposed to be done. I thought it was supposed to be done. I got baited.
It's
All right.
that Vesper. That's
Third time's the charm.
archivist, I see.
Even with the combined might of the corporations, I couldn't stop you. This new AC kid.
Oh my god.
Oh, that explains it. I don't know why, but it looks like he was using clothes too.
They've always been after Rubicon, taking what they can get. Someone has to put an end to this injustice.
Don't look at me, tourist. Just make sure you win this.
No, get out of the way, get out of the way, heal! Heal!
Where did this resolve come from? You must have chosen something, sacrificed something. You found your purpose, didn't you? I won't stop.
Secret second phase that I didn't expect and got me killed.
From over Rubicon. Only I can fly high enough.
Oh, you sure can fly. Fly fast as hell. Cracked? No. Honestly, I don't know how anybody who watches the stream has any idea what's going on. It's so fast. I can barely tell what's going on, and I'm playing the game.
Must be heavy. This. You flew just out of reach.
I'm sorry, Rusty. I had to do it to you. If it means anything, I think you were the coolest guy.
Buddy, huh?
Yeah, he was a buddy.
Do him a favor, tourist. Remember him.
I will. How could I ever forget, Steel Haze? Yo, what's that? That seems... If they were gonna use something like that, they should have done it from the start. Wait a minute.
Satellite cannons?
Huh?
This isn't right. There's no way the corpse took the clothes. closure system. Who's controlling them?
It must be air or something, right? It must be the coral controlling them. It must have taken over the satellite cannons. Oh wait, am I getting all of Steel Haze's parts now? Oh no. Oh no. Wait, his legs.
Augmented human C4621 entering standard mode.
What does that mean? Standard mode? Huh? I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, anything new in the weapons department? No. We did get a new head. How does this one look? A new head developed by Elcano. This model utilizes technology received from Furlong Dynamics to achieve an overall improved balance and precise AC control. Yeah, I can see that. Those are some pretty damn good stats. It weighs less, too. I mean, it doesn't have as much armor, but it doesn't need to when it has stats like those. Okay, this one, new core part developed by Elcano. The core is pretty interesting. Looks pretty good, in fact. But it is one of those hunched over ones. Wait, didn't the last one, it was, hold on. Used from Furlong Dynamics, so that's one corp. This one analyzed Schneider, so that's another corp. Furlong Dynamics again, okay, whatever. This one has better firearm specialization. It's basically our inverse of what I have right now, so I don't really need it. But the legs, I'm interested in your legs. They are so skinny! Look at those things! How am I supposed to stand on those, buddy? Jump height is pretty dang good. No. Yeah, pretty dang good, but jump distance isn't that good. And I prefer jump distance, I think. But for their weight, they're not that bad. They also look pretty nice as well. Like, this is one of the few that I could see myself enjoying, so to speak. But right now, I'm just focused on being as chunky as I can, so this is what we're going with. In fact, I might change my Haldeman back to the Zimmerman gun, just because it's more chunky. Look at those shapes. The big old rectangle shotgun. I love it. I love it lots. And I think this is what we're going to go into for the final fight, which I can only assume is the next mission, right? Concludes chapter. There we are. That is the last mission of my run of Armored Core. Gotta say, it was a pretty fun game. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, aside from mecha combat and pretty quality gameplay, I didn't know how that gameplay was going to play, and I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I do. The story's not gripping me, but maybe when I get into New Game Plus, which I'm probably going to do off stream, I'm sorry. When I get into New Game Plus and all that, I'll probably be more interested in it. And I'll have to figure out how to get the alternative endings. As far as bosses go, the only boss that I had any difficulty with was the 4th chapter boss. And once I found out how to cheese him, it became a lot easier. Part of the difficulty of the 4th chapter boss was the fact that I do heavily rely on close range combat and melee, and he just could not get within reach. I think now, knowing what I do about my boosters, I could have a much easier time against him. But with that all said, Chapter 5, shut down the closer satellites. This is it. Let's listen in for our last briefing. Air, I missed you so much. I miss you so much.
I know that you've made your choice.
Sorry, Air. I didn't want to hurt you. Oh.
I must do my duty.
The people that enjoy soap operas and, you know, Shakespeare plays and the like, you must love this stuff. But all I feel is pain.
I'm waiting at the closure station.
I'll come to you, Air. Oh, well, that's great. I was I was literally just saying I'm gonna come to you, Air. In more ways than one. So this is big and shiny and also being held up by coral
Ship's pretty
particles.
roughed up.
Oh wait, no, this is us. So it's a good thing that's being held up.
Autopilot's out. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
This thing is pretty huge, though.
I'll leave the satellites to you, tourist.
Whew. Carla, you okay?
You know, for a tourist, you've got a sense of humor.
What the hell do you mean? I haven't said a
Good
word
luck
this
out
entire
there.
game. Sense of humor. What is she on?
Raven. I know you can still see it. The voices of the coral.
I can.
And yet you turned your back on our shared potential. You want to silence us forever.
Is that another sea weapon? Is it air? Come to attack me? I just hope she's not as fast as I think she's gonna be, but I should know better than to believe something like that.
Raven. I will stop you. You will never burn Rubicon.
I'm sorry, Air, but I have unfortunately made the decision, and you can't have multiple save states in this game.
Combat mode.
There's no going back.
I will stop you and the Cylon. Carrying our shared resolve.
Holy shit, she's fast.
Symbiosis, a shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I could have walked together.
Could have, but kind of trying to kill you now. So not sure how much more walking we're gonna be doing, Air. Where are you?
Hold nothing back.
One repair kit remaining.
She's so dang fast, bros. What weapon am I using? This one.
I realize what you
Yeah? You got words for me?
fires that haunt Rubicon.
No repair kits remaining.
My brothers and sisters.
You're gonna have to say goodbye to them real soon, Air. Good night. Goodbye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Air. I at least get your robot body parts after this, right? To remember you by? And not to use in PvP? Right? Now what's gonna happen? Does it all come crashing down? And that's it? That's enough to destroy the coral? I feel like there's more that we need to do, no? She just rams into it. Okay. Is this enough to start the fire? Guess one can only hope so. Oh! Now, that's not what I think fire looks like, but it seems like this might be the end for me. Unless I can escape it somehow. Are we going to be okay?
There were no winners at the close of the Coral War. When the storm of fire finally faded, only the ashes of civilization remained.
Did...
Ruined and haunted, the corporations made a joint announcement.
Did I do the right
with
thing?
Planetary Closure Administration.
Am I the bad guy?
Rubicon was to be abandoned, left a dead planet forever. Meanwhile, the monster who burned the stars
I'm a monster?
vanished into the flames, never to be heard from again. Yet history would forever remember
Looks like that's the end for me.
the fires of Raven.
If you if you cover up the UBICO letters, it looks like Fires of Raven, right? In the name, in the title. Okay, so we're done now. Let's take a look at the credits actually, because I'm curious. So director Masaru Yamamura. Hidetaka Miyazaki is the initial game director, but I didn't see his name anywhere else, so I guess he didn't have as much of a hand in this as I would have thought. But that's fine, because he doesn't need to have a hand in it. The game was great on its own, and you know, there are other qualified people to handle direction for video games inside of From Software, so it doesn't always need to be Miyazaki. I think that's for the best, really. This really took a departure from Souls games, which it should have. It's a different series entirely. And that being said, it did take a few cues from particularly Sekiro, with the staggering mechanics and all that. However, I will say it has made me very interested in other Armored Core games. I don't think I'm going to be playing them on stream. There's not a crazy demand for it. Not by me, not by you, I don't think. But this was a lot of fun. I had a great amount of fun with this game. And it's certainly worth the $90 that I paid for it. Yeah, not much else to say. Fantastic work by From Software. Bravo. Let's give them a clap. If you're listening to this, please clap. Please clap in chat. Thank you. Now, anything else? There's a few things I've been disappointed by. And while I understand that there are... Oh! Hello everybody. A few things I was disappointed by. Mostly, it's the result of my own pickiness, but I feel like there weren't enough legs, bipedal legs. Even though there's like 8 of them, I think, at least. 8 of them. A large part of them didn't appeal to me because they're for lightweights. I wanted, like, maybe at least one more heavyweight leg that's bipedal. I know they have tanks and treads, and I know they have the quadrupeds. I just wish they gave me one more bipedal leg that could carry a lot. I do think that the chip system is okay, where you get chips from the arena, and then you can use them to power up other areas of your mech. I think it's okay, but it could be better. I don't think they're going to change it. What I find difficult about it is that it sort of locks you into a certain damage type. So I have put a lot of points into kinetic damage and melee damage. And that means if I wanted to change that, I would have to spend money, which isn't a very rare resource by any means. It's limited, and I don't think the change is even that much. Oh, Fyro's Eye is the voice actor for Power in Japanese. Interesting. Is there anybody else that I recognize here? It's going so fast that I can't read it. But like I was saying, the chip system is just difficult enough, or like not difficult enough, but just enough of, it causes enough trouble to make me not want to use it. Or rather, to make me not want to reset it as much as I would if it were completely free. But if it were completely free, it'd feel cheaper. And I'm not sure if that's a better alternative. Anything else? Soundtrack, a bit lacking, in my opinion. I've noticed a lot of people saying that. What's there and what's good is pretty dang good. It hits the right vibes, but maybe it's because I've only finished the game once. I feel like it could have been... there could have been more. Mission variety? There's variety in the missions, but I guess there weren't enough cool solo, or rather, there weren't enough cool fights with enough drama behind them to really pump out as many memorable songs as like in other games. I should really stop bringing up Souls games as an argument or as a comparison, but it's really difficult not to. Oh, and again, my biggest gripe with the game right now is that there is no refresh button in the PvP menu, and that getting into a PvP match to begin with is very difficult. I know From Software servers aren't the finest, and I know I'm also not in a particularly good spot for online PvP being in Australia, but I would really, really like just a bit more work done in that regard. But aside from that, it was a $90 game. I think I got $90 worth of time out of it. I ended the game... let me see here. I currently have 23 hours and 23 and a half hours in the game. And I'd say that's a pretty good length. I know some of that was spent PvPing, a large part of that was actually spent PvPing, and a lot of that was also spent customizing my weapons and my look. Where they stand with the gearing in this, it's really hard to look the way you want and play the way you want. I really like my big bulky shoulders and big flat square head, but that was not effective whatsoever when it came to my play style and how I did damage. I somehow managed to scrap together something that worked regardless. But you can't. I also realized that you can't sacrifice the identity that comes with certain parts. So those big bulky shoulders that had no melee bonus on them, but were kind of good with guns, yeah, they should stay like that. I'm not really upset that they aren't the best for what I want to use them for, because looks and gameplay shouldn't be separated, I guess? Or how to say. The gameplay is much more important than making everything look really cool. Or rather than making yourself look really cool. And I think I have successfully talked my way through till the very end of the credits. And soon enough we should be back at the end. They're still using the Havoc engine. Kudos to them. God bless. They've been using the Havoc engine since, like, Dark Souls 1. And they must have it down to a science now, because this game ran like a dream. Actually, I should bring that up. That is a huge accomplishment in this day and age. The game runs so smoothly. It's so beautiful, so smooth. I am running a 1070. A 1070, I don't even know how old that is. Is that from, like, 2013? 2014?
Condition verified. Playing back message.
And I was able to run this without any issues whatsoever, and it is gorgeous. Let's hear this one last message from Walter.
Looks like you got the job done.
Yeah, I did.
You chose to carry our burden and right the wrongs of the past.
Well, not too sure about...
I'm sorry.
I did was right or not.
And I'm grateful.
You're grateful, but are you proud of me, Walter? I just want to. I want to hear you say it once.
There's nothing left to bind you.
Is he gonna say it?
Whatever choices you make now, I just hope you find your true potential.
Fires of Raven. That's it. That is the game. What does All Mind have to say for me?
Registration number RB23.
That's me. I'm RB23.
Raven. Authentication complete.
Thank you, Vita, for always.
Removing MIA
Oh my
status.
god.
Restoring
Is my?
access
I think my
privileges.
stream manager on my phone is broken. Oh, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Okay.
Support system.
What does All Mind have to say to me? It's probably arena fights, right?
You've returned.
I have.
Welcome back. All Mind anticipates great things from you.
Looks like you passed the authentication. That was quite the welcome home. Well, whatever. Raven, that's who you are now. You're on Rubicon. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
And I think we're back at the start? Where are we? Chapter 1. Wow. Okay, so that's New Game Plus. We're there. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be streaming the rest. So, for now, let me just... I'm not sure. Not actually sure what I do. I think I'm going to start wrapping this up. Thank you, Vida. Thank you, Doom Puppy, for sticking with me and watching all the way through to the end. I was really happy to take this all the way to the end. And for now, there's not much left for me to do. I mean, there's New Game Plus and New Game Plus 2, which both have content in them, but I'm not gonna make you suffer through the entire game again just for that. Yeah. I think that tomorrow I will be back with more Deus Ex. Exciting. And then that too is also a game that should be under wraps by the end of the week, I think. And after that, I'm not too sure. I might try and pick something else up afterwards. Like, I don't know. Maybe... Maybe the original Deus Ex. What do you think of that? I'll give it some thought. But regardless of what happens, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and around the same time as usual. Take care.